Welcome to this week's Indie Artist Music Hustle with Blonde Intelligence. I am your host, Miss Ronnie, where I always seek to give you exquisite cranial repertoire. In the ongoing drama surrounding Yandy Smith, her actions towards the friend of a side chick claiming to date her husband Mendeecees can be examined from multiple perspectives. So today we're just going to look at it because there were so many mixed reviews. On one hand, Yandy's decision to confront the friend can be seen as a protective instinct, demonstrating her commitment to her marriage because she just had a jeweler come to bring Mendeecees another ring. And I don't agree with Mendeecees' reason for getting the ring. I feel like the ring is a symbol of your love. And so no matter what the circumstances are or how you feel, if you're still married, be married. In Season 8, Episode 14 of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, Yandy is portrayed as a devoted wife who will not tolerate any disrespect towards her man or her relationship. Her confrontation is justified. She is showing who she is, and no matter what, that's her husband. And no woman has no right to come in her husband's face to say anything about another woman. So I feel like the side chick friend or whatever she is, I feel like she was stupid, disrespectful. But at the same time, some argue that Yandy's actions may have been excessive, as engaging in a physical confrontation could have escalated the situation unnecessarily. And that's true because that girl got smart with Yandy. And I feel like at that point, that's when Yandy should have went on and smacked that girl, because she was like, and if I don't, what you gonna do? First of all, it's not even you. It's your friend. And if your friend is afraid to come forward, how about you mind your business? Critics assert that resorting to violence undermines her position as a mature individual and could perpetuate a cycle of aggression. I doubt that. But in a discussion published in Essence magazine, experts suggest that communication rather than confrontation is a more effective way to resolve disputes. That may be between a man and a woman, but when you're arguing with a woman about your man, you shouldn't be arguing with a woman. But when you have to check a bitch about your man, all of that about the communication goes out the door. This perspective advocates for Yandy to address her concerns with Mendeecees directly instead of involving the side chick's friend, who may not have intended any harm. That side chick meant harm. She came there to confront them. And I still, to the life of me, cannot understand how she felt like she needed to insert herself into that particular scenario. Regarding the side chick's friend, there are mixed opinions on whether her actions were disrespectful. It's not mixed opinions by me. She was stupid disrespectful. On one hand, confronting Yandy in a public setting could be interpreted as an attempt to provoke and upset her, indicating a lack of respect for their marriage. However, others argue that she may have been trying to communicate her perspective and assert her own truth. And I don't understand what her own truth would have anything to do with it, because it doesn't have anything to do with her. She has no business at all speaking under that lady's dress or what Mendeecees got going on with somebody else, or even coming to Yandy about it, because she was out of pocket. Ultimately, this situation highlights the complexities of relationships portrayed in the Love and Hip Hop Atlanta series, where personal boundaries and respect can often become blurred in the heat of emotional conflicts. So I'm just going to say this right here. I always talk about Voodoo Doll and On the Rocks with Jada. Both of them still have conflicting viewpoints. But I will say this, no matter what is going on with Mendeecees, whether he's wearing his ring or not, them hoes in Atlanta know who he's with. And no matter what the situation between them, Mendeecees, I feel, need to check his side hoes, because why do they feel so comfortable walking up? And even if nothing is going on, Mendeecees like, well, we don't even know you. No, that shouldn't have been the check right there. The check should have been, why are you talking to my wife? And if you don't want to get put up for collateral, because that's what they call them, collateral, if you don't want to get put up for collateral, you might want to step up off my family. there was too much power given to this side chick that wasn't even present. Why? And I'm not understanding, how old are these women? And when Yandy got up in her face, they talked about this one thing, that Yandy hair was too long. Yeah, Yandy, you need to tie your hair back. I don't condone violence at all. I'm the type of person, I say whatever I got to say to a person, and then I'm done with it. But this girl saying, and if I don't, what you gonna do? That's when Yandy hand should have laid across her face and gave her a small push to the ground, because I don't know who you think you're talking to, but I just, I don't fault Jasmine for everything, because I understand that it's a back and forth between Kurt and Rashida. I do think in Yandy's position, I do think that Yandy was correct in the way that she handled the situation. I think that she put too much stock into the point that she felt like Mendeecees had her back. Mendeecees should have your back when ain't nobody looking either. And nobody is going to keep talking about something if it's not true. And then he had like some Snapchat, something that he had posted of a girl clapping her cheeks or something. And Yandy's response was, that's how we pay our bills. Yandy, please quit being a blockhead, because there's other ways to pay your bills than by sitting up being disrespected by a man. And even if that was to make money, he should have more respect for you. So when it comes down to you standing up for your man, I see all of that. But in another episode, I think it was last season, he said he don't know if he would have stood by you the way you stood by him. You need to, and I'm not telling anybody what to do, but I'm saying you need to check his ass, because Mendeecees ain't on the up and up. He might be quiet and don't like to do a lot of talking and kind of standoffish or all of that. Nah, fuck all that. He needs to get with the program. You not talking about she's worried about public perception. Well, damn it, you need to get worried about it too. But that's all I got to say for this episode. I know it's short, but I wanted to kind of wait to have like my shows kind of back to back, because I am going to be looking at the show tonight to see if there's anything different that I see tonight, because sometimes they'll do teasers or show you part of it and you never know exactly what happens. So I have to look again after editing tonight of the show to see if my opinion changed. But that's all I have for today. Remember, you can find Indie Artist Music Hustle on all podcasting platforms. I am going to start uploading to Rumble again, because I've been complaining about YouTube, and I'm not understanding why when I upload on Facebook, I haven't had a account with I call it Videa. It might be something else, but haven't had an account with them in so long, and I keep having problems with them trying to claim my copyrights on my show. So Videa, me and you finna have a problem in a minute. But you also can find our merch on www.blonde-intelligence.com, and my YouTube, the name of my YouTube channel is That Blonde Broad. I was playing around with some things and I'm going to change some things around. But anyway, you still can find us all the same places. And I will see you next week. Bye.
Hey, girl, let me tell you about this podcast.
Girl, everybody has a podcast these days.
But this one interviews new and interesting indie artists. It's called Indie Artist Music Hustle with Blonde Intelligence.
Really? Where can I find it?
It's on all podcasting platforms, streams live on social media, and on rpentradio.com.
What'd you say it was called again?
It's called Indie Artist Music Hustle with Blonde Intelligence.
Girl, I'm gonna have to check her out.
Give it a check, girl.